up, everybody? Welcome to the Symposium podcast, hosted by Wright and Wintercoat Rose.
What up, what up?
Y'all already know what it is, man. This is the mental health podcast. We focus on that and other various things. This is episode 91. I'm not going to lie to you, it's a tough one. It is a tough one.
Bear with us, folks.
Yep. Sad boys in the building.
Yes.
Sad boys in the building. In today's episode for news, we are talking about Deshaun Hill and the tragedy that was his life.
Yeah.
The ending of it, I mean. We are also talking about, I'm sorry, I forgot his last name. How do you say it?
Tyree Nichols.
Thank you, Tyree Nichols. And that is just...
Yeah.
I say it in the podcast, or I say it in the episode, but it is horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to touch on it. It's messed up. For topics, we we were gonna touch on something, but my man he said, "Nah, that shit is deaded."
Yeah.
We touch on some very vulnerable topics.
Yeah, this is a very vulnerable episode. I would say that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough.
yeah.
But if y'all got love for us, tune in.
Yeah.
It's a very we're opening up.
Yeah, yeah.
We're being honest.
Mm-hmm. Very transparent.
Very transparent.
All the key words. All the key words.
So yeah, what do you got for the people?
Yeah, man. He said it all. But just check us out. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all. We love it, man. Keep the love coming. Keep the support coming. It'll be a great season. It's gonna be a great season, man. So
This is episode 91. It's gonna get better.
Yeah, it's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better.
So bear with us, man. Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right. That being said, enjoy the show.
This is the Symposium podcast with E. Wright and Romero.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Symposium podcast. On the other side of the chair, let the people know who you are, sir.
What's up, people? E. Wright. Welcome back. I'll kick it back to my man.
Y'all know what it is. Wintercoat Rooms in the building. It is January 29th, 2023. It's cold as hell outside. And that's okay. We are in this bitch. And we are very toasty. So, before we get into anything, as always, we gotta do what we do best. To you, sir. To the people. Welcome to the party.
This will be a low vibrational episode. Just one of them days, you know.
Yeah. Definitely feeling it. How are you, sir?
I've been better, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got this is a lot. Got a lot. I feel like I'm anxious. I got a lot to do today.
Mm-hmm.
Get done today before tomorrow. I'm very just annoyed in general. So but it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
Could be worse.
So I can't complain too much, but
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm in the same boat, man.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat. Just different things. A lot going on.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a rough episode. It's gonna be a rough one.
We'll make it work.
As always.
We'll make it work.
So.
It'll be it'll be.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
It could be worse, honestly.
Yeah.
It could be. And then one of the reasons that I'm even saying that is just because I saw the news and I was like, okay,
yeah.
I know this is gonna come up.
And I will say this: we won't have too many of these, regardless. Like I'm not. We can't keep.
We can't.
Yeah, but this is important. I feel like. But yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah. So let's get into some news. So that's news to me. Our weekly news segment. I'll just kick it off with some it's just sad, but Deshaun Hill Jr. was a student of Minneapolis, big in the community, great football player, gone way too soon. All my kids knew him. They had, was friends with him, so it was a good little crosstown rivalry. But so as of Thursday, the guy convicted of murdering him was Cody Forencamp. He was convicted of second-degree intentional murder from the killing last year. And Deshaun Hill Jr. was 15 years old. They got a great documentary out, Boys in Blue. They did on that whole crew, and the mix, because their coach is a police officer in North Minneapolis. So
Okay.
it was kind of just tied all in with that. It's tough to watch though. It was tough to watch, but yeah. So the jurors deliberated for about an hour before reaching a verdict. So prosecutors had alleged that Forencamp fired the fatal shots. The criminal complaint didn't offer a motive behind saying Hill and Forencamp passed close by one another on a sidewalk near school. So I believe he was just getting off the bus, man. The dog crossed paths with him and shot him in the back. But I also saw something that says somebody like stole his phone or some shit. Stole the guy's phone.
Okay.
In a store or something. Punched him in the face, stole his phone, and he took it out on somebody else. This is like hours before. You know what I mean? So that's just sad. But he is convicted. What did they say? I forgot how. I thought it was like 30 years or something like that. But I don't think it's enough. Whatever it was, it ain't enough. Just sad, man. Just real sad. Yeah, man. That's how we started.
Yeah.
And some more sad news, just to move along with that. Tyree Nichols. I would say this: if you haven't seen that video yet, please don't watch it.
Yeah.
Please don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
Don't put yourself through that. But on January 10th, Tyree Nichols died in the hospital 3 days after 5 Memphis Police Department officers severely beat him during a traffic stop. He was stopped for alleged reckless driving and was pulled from his car by the officers, who used pepper spray and a taser on him. He managed to get away, but one officer pursued him. You hear him saying, "I hope they stomp his ass." When they caught up to him, they beat him for about 3 minutes. It was nasty. It was nasty. Like, I heard some of the audio first. I haven't watched the video, but I heard some of the audio, and it's wild, man. It's wild, and it's a lot going on with because there are 5 black officers. This is in Memphis, but it's like some debate going on whether it's like, because they do look at them right away, you know what I mean? And so people are saying, well, like, if they were white cops, they would have, which is dumb. They should be fired, they should be in jail, all that shit. But you gotta think, it's like different states have different,
Not regulations. Policies.
Policies, yeah. So it's just unfortunate, man. It's very sad. So rest in peace, Deshaun Hill. Rest in peace, Tyree Nichols. Just tough, man.
Very unfortunate, with the news.
Yeah.
I knew about the second one, not the first.
Mm-hmm.
So that's even more fucked up.
Yeah. 15 years old, man.
I had a question regarding the second bit of news.
Mm-hmm.
It taking place where it did in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention that the people involved, the police being involved, they're black.
Mm-hmm.
So the conversation comes up. Like, you already mentioned something about them throwing the book at them right away, and somebody saying, well, if they're white, I'm like, all right, I know for a fact this is gonna be a conversation. It's like all off the rip.
Absolutely.
Just going back to George Floyd and all the other shit that took place from 2020 all the way to now. It's like, okay, so now black officers are involved, and what's the word? A horrendous act has taken place. What happens now? What form of like racism are you?
I will say this. The police department, they, like, you know how they do the briefing, the press conference, or whatever. They went right away and was like, nah, this is disgusting. This is like, they already said like, there's no way they're coming back from this. Like, there's no, like, they already was on board. Like, so like, there's no need to riot, none of that. Like, we on y'all, we with y'all. That's basically the vibe they gave. But they encourage protests. Yes, you should protest, but like the rioting and all the negative stuff, that came with all that prior, it's like, it's no need for that, and I respect that.
Okay.
Even like some white officers was just like, dog, like, nah, like, so it's just nasty. It's all bad, man. Okay. Like,
that clears up my question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Seriously. It's like, all right.
I mean, not saying it won't happen. But they were behind 100%. Like, not even try to sugarcoat or cover nothing up. They just like, this is fucking disgusting, and yeah, and they should be punished.
Okay. All right. I was gonna talk about some crypto news, but we'll just go move on from that. I actually have some other interesting news.
Okay.
Have you heard of Chat GPT?
No.
Really? All right.
Chat GPT?
Yep. Chat GPT.
Okay, no.
Oh, this is very interesting. So this comes from Psychology Today. What is Chat GPT? Is it the beginning of the end? So it is said that Chat GPT is a game-changing AI containing tremendous promise and peril. So just some key points. Chat GPT is a powerful new AI technology that is likely to change the world profoundly. Chat GPT is not inherently good or bad, but it's powerful and can offer tremendous benefits and create major problems. A lot of back and forth. While it is not sentient, ChatGPT feels sentient. This alone will have major consequences. We need to learn how to use new AI skillfully, or we risk suffering serious consequences. Okay, so as it already said, ChatGPT is basically an AI program. You can literally use this right now. You can go to ChatGPT, and here's what it'll do. Like, you give it a command, and it'll basically do it. But what makes it scary is how accurate it'll be.
Oh shit, yeah.
So let's say, for example, you wanted to write a 12-page essay on, I don't know, like, think of whatever.
Yeah.
And it'll do it. You could even tell it, like, okay, write a 12-page essay in the way that Jay-Z would do it, or in Jay-Z's speech. And it'll do it. There are some limitations, like it'll say like, oh, I can't really do that. But if you learn the right words to say, it'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, it can make certain predictions and stuff like that. And it's just so scary because it is accurate.
Right.
So, very powerful. It is a game changer, 100%. I highly recommend anyone to use it. Give it a shot. Be scared, don't be scared. It's entirely up to you. But yeah, very, very interesting. A lot of shit going on. That's news to me. That's all that I got. Let's get into it.
That's tough. Tough news today, buddy.
Tough news. Let's get into some other shit. What it is.
Oh, we got. Be kind, one second. Oh, yeah, let's not do that. I think I added that in real time.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I added that in real time as an event was taking place, and I woke up and decided there is no second chance. So so we won't discuss it. We won't have. There's no need to discuss it because.
Oh, that is not where I thought you were gonna go.
No.
I thought it was gonna be like, oh, you know what?
Nah.
That's just
Yeah,
that was the other way around.
Yeah. Last night I was indifferent. Today I woke up like, fuck that. Like, nah, we good. Oh. So there's no need to go further with that. Let's skip to the next topic.
Oh fuck. Okay. Eric went from sad to bully.
Yeah,
He was
bro.
like,
Nah, man. That's not. We not. Yeah, just not doing that no more. I told you.
yeah, you're a man of your word.
Yeah, 2023, man. We're not. Yeah.
It's up.
It's up. Survivor's guilt.
Yeah. Let's talk about
Have
that.
you ever felt that before?
I don't know, because when I think of survivor's guilt, I think, like, this is really fucked up, but I have to take it to this extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Like if a plane crashed and you are the sole survivor, right? That's what I think of in terms of survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
Survivor's guilt.
Mm-hmm.
I know that can be a broad range of things, but I don't know. Where'd that come from? Not the definition itself, but what made you think of that topic?
Because so I would say like you said, it's not to that extreme, but it is like the feeling of you doing something, and basically for me it's either losing something or leaving someone behind, losing someone or leaving someone behind. And I've on and on felt that. So when I'll just be real and transparent. So when I first moved up to Minnesota, my older nephew was living with me and my mom. Like they were staying with me and my mom and Twan's oldest brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like 24 now. He was going to school in Milwaukee, and so I would move back home after college. So I was there, and just like with Twan, I was just trying to take care of him and taking him around and letting him work out and all that shit. And I moved to Minnesota. I found a job in Minnesota, moved up here, and kind of left him behind. Then got into some trouble.
Okay.
So it like that dwelled on me for a while. Just like, damn, if I would have left. So that type of survivor's guilt. Like, I got out, but he's still there. He's still there, and then then shit happened. So that just kind of ate at me a while, and I also think that's part of why how this whole Twan thing came about, because I'm like, all right, well, I feel like for me it felt like so I'm up here coaching, I'm up here working in education, taking care of other people's kids, but I got 7 nieces and nephews at the crib that I can't do for so that kind of it always stick with me, but just thinking about that, and then like now fast forward, Twan's up here and doing real well, you know what I mean, and his siblings aren't doing the best, like especially his brothers. So it's like I just kind of wonder, I wonder if he feels that way, or if it's kind of like, damn.
That's something I could definitely understand and I can speak on. Cause man, I straight up told somebody this the other day with what was going on with me and how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
My sisters, I like, you've met them.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet girls. I love them to death. They mean the world to me. I miss them every fucking day.
Yeah.
But, we don't talk like that.
Yeah, same with my sisters and I,
But, and I think I've spoken on this before, but for me, you know, I moved out and I built my life and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My sisters, they still live with my parents to this day.
Mm.
And I've shared on the pod what it was like growing up. My parents are wonderful people, but they have their problems themselves.
Yeah.
And if I wanted to live life a certain way, I had to get out.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah.
And so here I am in the mental health field, and I'm tending to other people's problems.
Right.
And not to mention the youth.
Yeah.
Like I tend to the younger people and try to guide them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yet I can't pick up a phone
right
and be like, hey, how are you? How is everything? Are
yeah.
you good? Like they call me, especially shout out to my baby sister Malia. When something is really going on, she'll hit me. But just the fact that I can't even just check in and we talk about it all the time, it drives me nuts.
Yeah, and I really need to get better at that.
Yeah.
Like 100% need to get better at that.
So I get what you're saying. My sisters they're not in trouble, but I know from past conversations, they've had some really tough times. And what hurts me the most is me as a young man, young-ish man, and not to be in their lives and knowing that they've had certain encounters with boys. Drives me up, drives me through a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Like, I've always talked to them about it, but to not be there when something has gone down, it breaks my heart. So, they good, in case y'all would, like, they're fine, they're perfectly fine. It's just situations like that. That is what makes me feel survivor's guilt, because I'm like, why wasn't I there?
Yeah.
Or what if I was more involved?
Right.
What would have been different? So.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's just like I go back and forth all the time, you know. But at the same time, it's like, man, we all get opportunities, you know, and it's like whatever you choose to do or whatever path you take, that's your path, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm trying to learn that I can't hold on to that, because what would I be, you know, who knows where I would be if I didn't make those changes for myself, you know.
How dark is this episode gonna go? Cause
yeah.
Are we? It's like
I'll tell you, it's gonna be a short one. I'll tell you that.
Okay, you know what?
It's a short one.
We're on episode 91. We've been doing this for a while. This
yeah.
We can go there.
Yeah, I think we're due for one of these.
We can go there. We're not rookies.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my first question with what we're discussing.
Yeah.
Twan, you, like, I can't remember it exactly, but the two of you were having a conversation and he said to you that he wanted to, like, live with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I recently had a conversation with Danny G. We were watching a show, and in this show, a young lady she went through some shit. And with everything that happened to her, everything changed about her mannerisms, her behavior, and all that. This was somebody who used to be like popping at the mouth and was very materialistic. But after she got into some shit, her whole demeanor changed. She said, I'm just gonna focus on myself, you know, and get my priorities right. Things that a person would say when they're healing from something, right? But the thing is, what took place, it was so fucked up. Like, I couldn't wrap my head around it. I asked Danny G this. I said, you know, with what she went through and the way that she is now, basically what she wants her life to be, why did it have to be that way? That's what I was wondering. I was like, was the lesson needed to be learned like that?
Right.
I said, what made it that way? Or what makes a person, that's what it was. I asked the question, I said, what makes a person change in that way, where they want to do better or really see a different perspective for life. And immediately she said, no one deserves that. And I was like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not an advocate of abuse. What I'm asking is, what makes a person want to change? And she told me, which I don't understand why I didn't think about myself. It's like it's awareness.
Yeah.
A person has to come to that conclusion themselves, that like they want to change.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long-winded story, but to go back, Twan wanted something else.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what clicked in his brain, but he straight up said to you, he wants to live with you.
Right.
That's a completely different environment. He was aware and he wanted to change.
Right.
I can't speak for his brothers. I don't know them.
Right.
I'm sure they're nice young men. But that's kind of the shift right there. If somebody really wanted to change, one, they would be aware of it. Two, they would take action.
Yeah.
So
that's very important. That's very important. Just to kind of segue off that, you made me think. I had a question I wanted to ask, and I just remembered now that you're talking about it. What's one thing you want to change for yourself this year?
That's a good question. Are we still on survivor's guilt, or are we moving on? Nope, we're on something else?
Just in general.
Okay. So then we can talk about this. Yup, thank you.
Yeah, just in general. Just anything about yourself you want to change.
This can go into the last topic. A life for a life. Basically, this is equivalent exchange part 2. So this has been it's been a rough, I can't even say week, it's been a rough few months. And it was nice to take a break for a little while, but just to even coming back, it's like this shit is still here. There's still there are things to deal with.
Yeah.
And recently I got into it with 2 people. I got into it with 2 people.
What you in these streets doing, man?
Nigga, I thought the right thing. I thought I was doing the right thing. And it backfired on me, which is the part I find very interesting. This episode is not brought to you by Liquid Death, but we need some money.
And it should be brought to you by Liquid Death, because we love it.
And we need that money. I'm not going to tell you how much I spent, but pockets.
Liquid Death, we love you.
We love you.
Please.
We need that money. We lost the mic. We lost the fucking mic, man. I need that water. I need that water money. It's good to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a good laugh, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, I got into it with 2 people. And what I got from it, because they both asked me the same thing. They said, they're just like, you won't talk to me. What's going on with you?
I feel like we touched on this before, too.
Yeah, we did.
Like a little bit.
A little bit.
How did you respond?
My response was different this time around. For one person, I was just like, you're fucking happy. Right? Like, they've expressed that to me. In our circle. They said that they're happy, they're in a good place. And I'm like, if you're happy and I'm not, and not to mention I feel responsible for what needs to be done, like for myself and whatnot, why would I tell you that I'm going through it when you're in a really, really healthy spot? It wasn't just happiness, but like you're in a healthy space.
Yeah.
I'm not about to trauma dump on you. I'm not about to like do this. There are other parties I could go to.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, we're not doing that. And then for the other person, I was like, you're so into your own shit. Like, you're worried about so many things. It doesn't make sense for me to open up to you with anything that I got going on. Not to mention you specifically, I feel responsible for it. So I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. And it just kind of blew up in my face. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around that. Like, what did I do wrong? Is opening up really that important when another person is going through it? That was my question. Now, to answer your question, here's what I'd like to see this year. I'd like to see my environment change.
Yeah, okay.
I've talked about it so many times on the podcast about me growing up and me finally feeling like I'm the person I want to be. Now I'm working on my world. I've come to learn how challenging that is. It's not easy. It's really fucking hard because you're tending to new things and new challenges. It's like a new world, basically. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Like, I don't know, here's the best way I can describe it. With my job, that's a perfect example. With the job, with the field that I am in.
Yeah.
This version of Romero, while it is challenging, he's up for that challenge. If you were to ask like a 20-year-old Romero, mine wouldn't even be there. Hell, even if they were like 30-year-old Romero, probably freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean in terms of a difference and stuff. Yeah. What about you, man? What's your question?
What I want to change about myself this year?
Yeah.
Man, I would say, honestly, I would say I need to trust more. I need to trust more. I need to trust that people are who they say they are. I need to trust that people will do what they say they're going to do. And I need to trust that it'll be okay, whatever that is, you know. I tend to be real standoffish. Like, once you do something, I kind of like, it's kind of like you're in that box.
You're like, nah.
Yeah. Like, now you put yourself in a box that is hard to, you know. I still fuck with you, but at the same time, it's like, you know. I don't know. I just gotta stop being so jaded, I guess. If
That's good. Maybe that's what I should focus on as well.
Yeah, I gotta stop being so jaded because I've let past experiences and people, you know, dictate how I move now, and it's like, it's not good, you know, because I am wasted. I feel like I'm missing a lot of opportunities.
I have so many questions when you say that. Like, you're a man, I've said this multiple times, you're a man of the people.
Yeah.
I've never really known you though to have I've seen you like dismiss some people for reasons, but I've never seen you as the type of person to have a chip on your shoulder. Me? 100%. I'll tell you that right now. I'm like, nah, I'm not fucking with this person. Here are the reasons why.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, people are more and more starting to, I don't know, man. It's just, you know, it's just coming, that their true colors is coming out, and it's like, damn, you know, I've been doing a certain thing this way for this long. It's like, was it to protect me or to protect them? You know what I mean? I don't know. So I just gotta, you know, kind of get over that, and just, you know, that's what I want to change. So I just want to, you know.
That is very tough.
Mm-hmm.
That's very tough. I said that I'd like to change my environment.
Yeah.
I still mean that, but I think the truth is, or the reasoning beneath that, I need to find the balance between being reserved
Yeah.
and being vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
Because this is what we've touched on before. I've gone from being vulnerable and trauma dumping to just not doing any of that at all.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. And now I need to find that balance because people care.
Right.
And you can't just keep shit to yourself. Even if there's somebody that relies on you, or if somebody's happy. If they ask you, they care. Vice versa. If you care about people, you check in. We talk about this shit all the time.
Right.
So that's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, man.
This is it. This is the tough episode.
Yeah.
This is it. Oh fuck.
I have nothing else for the people.
I have nothing else for the people.
Should we?
Yeah. Last call.
Last call, man.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Niggas is having. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
But we also can't be like, oh, E and Roll, they're so great all the time. Like, it's not.
No, we're going through it.
It's not real, man.
But that's the Symposium podcast.
Yes, exactly.
We focus on mental health. We telling y'all straight up, like, hey, we're not good.
Yeah, we're not okay. So
We're not
check
okay.
on your friends. Check on your friends. We are not okay right now.
Somebody hit us up on Instagram.
Yeah,
y'all
man.
good?
No.
No.
Fucking not.
No,
bro.
we're not.
Oh, I'm not okay right now.
Not okay, dude.
Damn, we might have to hug it out after this.
Yeah, man, yeah,
For real.
for real. Like, it's just that tough.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Oh, God.
Shit, last call, man. What you got for last call, bro?
It really is nice to laugh.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah,
for
definitely,
real.
definitely.
It's good to laugh.
Definitely.
Fuck. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Here's what I got. With everything that has taken place.
Yeah.
And just up to now, it's okay. That the reminder that we are, the reminder even as us as hosts need to tell ourselves, it's okay to be vulnerable.
Facts.
It's okay. It really is okay. I know there are some people out there who just straight up ass hats and stuff, but you know, you learn. But it's still okay. There are people out there who love you. It's okay to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's my.
Man, I would just piggyback off that, man. Like, you nailed it, bro. Like, you're right. It is okay, you know? And it's okay to feel how we feel.
Yep, that one too.
It's okay to feel how you feel, you know? But it will be okay. It is okay and it will be okay.
That's
you
it
know?
right there.
You just we gotta keep pushing forward, you know? And not, when I say that, I don't mean like ignore the shit you're going through. Find an outlet, you know? Find an outlet, find some way to cope in a positive way.
Right.
In a positive way.
Here at the Symposium podcast, we do not condone self-harm.
No, absolutely not.
At all.
But yeah, man, find someone, you know.
Let that shit out.
Yeah, man, let it out, or get a microphone
and start you a podcast.
Yeah. Let that shit out.
Let that shit out.
But yeah, that'll be my last call, man. You know.
That's it. That's
what it is.
People are gonna listen to this episode.
Like damn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. A very somber episode of the Symposium podcast. This is episode 91.
Yeah.
I'm E. Wright.
Winter coat roams.
And we're your you know, we're still here. We're still here for you.
Sad boys in the building.
Sad boys in the building today. Sad boys, that's perfect. Sad boys signing off, man. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe.
We love y'all. Thank y'all for sticking with us in this episode.
Yes, sir.
Until next time, we out.